Welcome to Worldwide Business. I'm Kathy Ireland. Despite great technological advances, when it comes time to choose an attorney, many people still use outdated processes, and they do so to their detriment. Flying in the face of that comes Premonition, a revolutionary game changer that is disrupting traditional litigation practices. Co-founder and CEO Guy Kurlansky and co-founder and inventor Toby Unwin are here to show us what we've been missing. Welcome to you both.
Thank you. It's good to be here. Good to be here.
Toby, can you please describe the antiquated process that the public has used for centuries in choosing litigators?
At the moment, they'll see someone on a billboard or on television or see an advert on Google AdWords, or they'll ask a friend or something like that. Then they'll go and they'll speak to the attorney, and I think really you sign up with an attorney despite what they say, not because of it. And unfortunately, none of that stuff has any bearing whatsoever on actual performance. Awards don't, firm name doesn't. It's essentially completely random. We have assembled the world's largest database of litigation, which in itself is quite a job. There's over 3,000 individual courthouses in America. None of them are the same, none of them are linked. And we taught an artificial intelligence system to read every single one of those cases, figure out who won and who lost. And then it's a reasonably simple matter to kind of crunch it all to figure out who wins particular case types for particular judges. We like to say it's a very, very unfair advantage in litigation.
Guy, could you please describe the type of company that would benefit most from your services?
In round terms, really, I mean, anybody that's being sued would benefit the most. But as a general rule, of course, the more you get sued, the more you would benefit from having the ability to analyze the choices you make.
Right.
At the end of the day, the bulk of litigation is paid for not by individuals or corporations, but actually by insurers. So insurers are top of our list. But obviously, GCs at corporations, the more lawsuits they have, the more we feel we can help them, and the more we know we can help them.
Would you describe Premonition as a legal tech firm, or do you have a more precise definition?
We have a slightly broader definition because we see legal tech as quite narrow and antiquated. We perceive ourselves to be a perception reality arbitrage firm. So we're looking at the differences between how good people are perceived to be and how good they actually are. There's many attorneys in the big glass skyscrapers downtown, $800-900 an hour, that are perceived to be phenomenal but actually are not. And there's a lot of what we term strip mall superstars, guys that are $150-180 an hour, but are actually phenomenal lawyers, at least for a particular case type and a particular judge. So part of our system's skill is the ability to pick these people out. And there are applications in that beyond law. So you're looking at education, healthcare, lobbying, things like that as well. So law is a starter product for us.
And Toby, can you please explain, how were you able to amass the world's largest litigation database in such a short period of time?
Well, we were able to do that because we automated the process. Many of the other data providers are still doing it on a quasi-manual basis. Someone wrote an article recently about how they did it last year, which was someone would go to the clerk of court, print out the information, walk it to the other side of the courthouse, scan it in, add some data, upload it to their system. So we wrote an artificial intelligence system to do that. But the clever bit was not getting a crawler that could run on a particular court. It's getting a crawler that can learn how to crawl a court it hadn't seen before. So we can add a new court in about an hour as opposed to a week. So our business was able to get exponentially better, and then we wound up in a situation where we have triple the coverage of the next best people, and all of a sudden you wind up with the largest legal database even though you'd only been at it about a year.
And have you found any unexpected uses of the system?
Yes, we had a lot of people coming to us and saying, yeah, that's nice and yeah, it's interesting, but can we just buy the data off you? But after a while, when the customers are coming and they're asking for that time and time and time again, you as a business can't really say no. It just all of a sudden dawned on us that we had triple the data coverage of the next best firm and we were a third of their price. So we've had a lot of insurers, private equity funds, people like that coming to us just asking for raw data. And we've also been selling it to a few legal tech firms as well, because their coverage was not what they would like. So that's been something that we didn't anticipate.
And they use that in their own modeling and analytical departments. We just add, again, more depth, more width, more data.
Well, I love that. Holding lawyers accountable, celebrating the great ones and shining a light on those who are not so much. And Guy, as we come to a close, could you please tell us what's next for Premonition?
Well, at this point, we're very much working on the B2B model. So we are working on working with, developing business with insurance companies, law firms as well, AmLaw, 300, 500 firms, et cetera, In the not too distant future, we would like to develop further. We've started, but we'd like to develop further and release some sort of consumer product, which very much allows the sort of mum and pop business access to
Wonderful.
the data they need to make those choices.
Well, generally speaking, people don't like change, particularly when it disrupts their self-interest. And what you're doing, you're raising the bar and you're providing a much needed service for people during some of their most vulnerable times. It's a fantastic accomplishment that you're doing. So I thank you both for your great work.
Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you.
For Worldwide Business, I'm Kathy Ireland. Thank you for watching.